I'm at Graham Creek. Water level has definitely gone up. So it's gone up, I'd say, about 4 inches from the last time I came here. But there's still ice out on the water, but it looks nice here. Very promising for catfish, but there's still a hell of a lot of ice out there, so it ain't gonna happen anytime soon. Oh, and it's April the 4th, 2020, the vision year. But it looks good. Like I said, the water has gone up almost as high as what I had thought it would be when I was here, what, a little over a week ago? It's a Saturday today. Oh yeah, I came out Friday, a week ago Friday. But I had shown here about the water, and the water was down right where the shore disappears. And usually at this time of year it's right up to here, but it's getting there. Or maybe I'll go to the ponds. I'm going to do it a little different. I always head down to the river. So I think this time I'm going to head to the ponds first and do a reverse route. I usually head off around the ponds by the river. This time I'm going to go on the inside and see what we can see. Ah, another new phrase of mine. Woohoo! Water's open here pretty well. Little chunk of ice there. And I'm right at the midpoint between the two ponds. Still a lot of ice in the big pond. Shores are fairly clear. Don't know if that's moving water or just shallow and warms up and melts quicker. But we've got a large expanse. I want to try fishing this pond. Haven't really fished it at all over the decades that I've been coming here. There's a little point way out there that a lot of people have talked to me about going out there for northern pike, smallmouth, largemouth, walleye. Seems like supposed to be a fairly good spot, but being the lazy cuss that I am, I'm not interested in walking that far. I'm just too lazy. Did I curse? My goodness. Well, let's have a look at the water here. It looks clear, no dead fish. I've never seen dead fish in this pond. No water flowing over. But let's go take a look at the band shell. Oh well, there's a interesting sign with the COVID thing. This park and its amenities are closed except for walk-through. Maintain a 2-meter distance from others if walking through. Well, I'm not walking through. Well, yes I am, but I'm not. Because right now, I'm almost in the band shell. And I'm just going to sit down and take a load off. Ooh. Hello, there's a step there. Ah, we got a dead fish. We got a dead fish. Don't know what it is, but it's on its back. And looking at the head, from what I can see, it almost looks like it might be a small pike. I'm not too sure. Don't know if I can zoom in on that. But that pointy head there looks like it might be a pike. Now, that's a surprising one. There are 3 dead fish in this little pond. Oh, and another one right below my feet. And another one. Well, well, well. That's interesting. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is there one over there? I think there might be another one over there. 6. Just in this little area. Just in this little area. Every one of the fish are on their back. And it's hard to tell what kind of a fish they are except for the shape of the head. And the underneath, where the gills are, below the mouth, it comes to that tapered point, and it really and truly does look like a small pike. So there is a possibility with the floods that we had last year that some pike, or even the young pike, newly hatched yearlings, had come up into this pond, and that's why there's so many, well, at least here. It'll be interesting to go down to the other creek, the other feeder creek, and see. I took some photos of the dead fish. Hopefully they'll come out and give me a better view as to exactly what those fish were. But I'm just about to go over to the other feeder creek between the two ponds here and see what might be found there, because when I've seen the fish kills, that's the spot where, well, I'll post a picture here, a composite picture that I took of a massive fish kill that happened here, what, 2011? But no, it looks fairly clear. I see a couple of little white things down there, so I think there are more fish that have died, and they look the same as the ones that were back in that little, at the Kiwanis Club. Oh yeah, we got a few here. They all look the same. They kind of look like those pike. Yeah, quite a few. Not as many as sometimes I've seen. But let's take a look here. You can see, oh, let's get the monopod out of the way. But they've been there for a while, kind of covered up in silt and stuff. You can see a couple up on the top of the ice there. But that was the first one that I'd seen when I came up. And like I said, it looks like it. I'm going to go down there and see if I can grab that one out of the water and bring it up on the rock just to see exactly what it might be. Stinky little bugger. Definitely a pike. And this looks exactly like all the other ones that I'd seen. So that's what it is. Pike. Can't see any teeth in there, but it's definitely a pike. Wow. Yes, yes. Ooh. Nothing like the smell of dead fish. Nothing in the other pond here, in the feeder side. But what I want to do is take a walk along out there and see if there's anything dead along there, because the last time we had a big fish kill, there was fish out on the ice, there was fish in the shallows, hundreds of little barbut, the brown bullheads. I can actually see quite a few out just underneath the ice out there of these fish. So there were a lot of pike here. Wow. Pike.
Hi sir, how are you?
Very good.
We're asking people in the parks, they keep walking in a forward fluid motion just because parks are actually technically closed, only the paths are deemed open.
I've got people here telling me about the sign that I videoed over there that I can't stop. I have to keep walking, so
unfortunately, yes.
Yeah. Yep.
I don't know who else has touched these posts, and we're trying to keep everyone safe right now.
Yep. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to take a walk down there along the edge of the pond and see if there's any more dead fish, because if we've got them here, they might be down there.
Have a great day, sir.
Yeah, they're like dead minnows, right?
No, they're pike, northern pike.
Those are pike?
I brought one up on the rock there. and I took some shots on it, but it's a definite pike. There's a few over in the pond in front of the band shell.
I wonder how they were getting in.
Oh, they came up. They're probably in the floods last year.
Oh, that's right. Yes.
And I think these were young ones that spawned out in the in Graham Creek,
Yeah.
and probably came up. Said it was nice, but these ponds aren't really kind to fish.
No.
I've got some pictures. I had one here where I had about 300 fish, just in this area,
Yeah.
all dead.
Do you kind of work with like kind of fishery and wildlife?
All personal, all personal. I mean, I call these things in. Not this one here because it's not big enough, but anytime there's a large kill, I'll call MNR to say, you know,
Yeah.
come take a look, see if it's a poison thing or...
Yeah. Lots of food for the birds though.
Oh yeah, there are some over in, like I said, in that little pond in front of the band shell that were well chewed up.
Oh yeah, for sure.
But, you know, I'm really thinking I shouldn't have brought that one out onto the rock because now my fingers just... Don't come near me. You don't need to worry about COVID. I just stink.
You want some Purell?
No, it won't help with this. I know.
Yeah.
I've had fish smells enough, so thank you.
Take
No worries.
care.
Thanks for your cooperation. Have a great day.
Yep. Yeah, I got one here. It's a little bit farther down. So I guess all they're looking at was just to keep people moving. They're not too sure as to, you know, who had touched what, like they said. I don't know if you heard that. But I understand it. I understand it. I didn't really see whether or not they were Ottawa police or City of Ottawa employees. They looked really official, so I think they were probably City of Ottawa. Mind you, I didn't look down to see if there were guns or anything. But I don't see anything out here. I don't see anything out on the ice. Here's the windmill that they put in. It's a pump, and when it's working, when the pump is connected, it pumps water somewhere out there. It helps to get circulation into the water. It's too bad they couldn't run it during the winter to help the fish out there, but now it would just freeze up. Yeah, I don't see any fish dead in the ice. And right along the shore, ice is open. But it's going to take quite some time for all of this to disappear. But last year, the water was literally splashing right up and over these rocks at this point here. It was that high. So that's a good, what, 7, 8 feet? Probably more of flooding. Yeah, somebody left a bag and some bag of garbage. Oh, no, not going to touch it. I was going to take the bag of garbage and take it over to the garbage container over here. But let's be smart, eh? Not touch something that might have touched something that I don't want to touch. But yeah, oh my goodness, that is really opened up. There's that channel marker out there. But it is really opened up. This is the my access point to my favorite spot to go channel catfishing. Well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn the camera off, and we'll see what if I can traverse this little section here. And I did it. Didn't get my feet wet. Came across on the little path of rocks there, and the spot where I did step in some water, it was only, oh, half an inch, hardly anything at all. But this whole area was not flooded the last time I came in. I often think that catfish should come up here and feed. But I'm heading down over here. I usually go walking through there to get to my spot where I like to fish from. But this time, I'm just going to walk along here and see what I can see. Yeah, water is way up. Not as high as it can be, but high enough to make this a really poor place to fish. Water's right up along the shore here, and it's usually down right about where those little reeds are. Maybe a bit back from that, where I sit. I'm gonna go sit down over on that lovely little tree that I passed earlier. I got a nice little seat right here, and I'm gonna sit and contemplate. Okay, I made it out. No troubles, no slipping, no falling. Had a nice little rest on that tree. I'm heading back to, well, I'm heading home. That's what I'm doing. I've done my bit. Even though the weather's warm, it's still cool enough that my sniffles are driving me nuts, running nose. Well, I think this brings it to an end. I shall return.